Hey guys, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I'm out here, what is it, St. Patty's Day weekend, riding my mountain bike here at a local trail system called the Bethel Mountain Bike Trail System, north of Biloxi, Mississippi. And I'm saying that because I was going to take a mountain bike weekend and go to this cool trail system in Louisiana, the state of Louisiana's put a lot of money into. And it's called DeSoto, and it's an amazing facility. It's about an hour and a half away from here, and they've done such a good job of not only making awesome cross-country trails, but they've put in features. They've put in a Cortez coaster, which is a small jump line. They've put in some skills parks. They've put in pump tracks for kids. When I canceled my reservation this weekend at the campground, they're actually thankful because they are capacity and someone else could have used that campground. So I couldn't make it to Louisiana this weekend. I was going to be happy to spend my money in Louisiana. There's going to be a whole campground full of people doing the same thing. So as I'm working with the local state and federal, this is a federal trail system that we have here. It's a DeSoto National Forest. You know, they're saying that, you know, they're under a deficit. They don't have the budget for mountain bike trails. Well, if you look at our neighboring states, Louisiana with DeSoto, Ruston, they just put a big mountain bike park up in Ruston. If you look at our neighboring states in Alabama, Coldwater and Oak Mountain, if you look at our neighboring state in Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, which I'll be up there next week. If any of you guys are in Bentonville, Arkansas, I'll be up there for a week and a half. I'd love to ride with some locals up there. But anyway, those trail systems are cash positive. So as I've been talking lifestyle with the state of Mississippi for years, you know, I mean, a lot of them don't ride bikes, so they don't understand the lifestyle we're talking about. And I get it. You know, if you're not a bicycle rider, you don't understand what's the big deal? Why do we have to put money into a trail? You know, it's just dirt in the woods. They make more money of selling the logging this and selling the wood to I guess the lumber companies. And so they come through every year and take out these big plots of trees so they can make houses and paper, I guess. And, you know, I have nothing against that, really. It kind of makes it look ugly, but this is Mississippi. It grows back, you know. But they leave the stumps in there. You know, if you fall on a stump, you can get hurt. You know, they bring in their big trucks with diesel and tear up the trails. And I think part of their contract is they're supposed to put the trails back better than they were, and they never do. I mean, I'm just riding through the trails now, and you can see they're not the way they used to be. But as people who take care of the trails, you know, it does clear out the trails. We don't have to really do as much maintenance to those part of the trails because the brush is gone for a while. So anyway, it's the way that they make money to keep the parks open. But if they improve the trails, like some of our neighboring states, this could be a cash positive trail system. Help our tourism base. It help our, you know, there's a lot of money that a trail system brings in nowadays, and they don't understand that. But us as bicyclists, we know, like, if I'm going to a local trail system, I'm filling up my truck with gas. I'm going to the local restaurants. I'm going to the coffee shops. I'm buying a t-shirt, you know, like paying the campground fees. I think DeSoto is a plus $25 million a year trail system. I have seen studies where for every dollar they put in, they get $6 back. And that's Evergreen. And it's getting bigger and bigger. So that $6 is going to be $8 and $12. So they're a cash positive trail system. I'm thinking those are the kind of things we need to let Mississippi know, that as businessmen, if you could take something that's costing money and turn it into something that's making money and benefiting the citizens, benefiting the tourists, benefiting the overall opinion of the state when it comes to other states. I mean, some people think about Mississippi and they ask me, well, Bart, you're from Mississippi. But Mississippi's awesome. I have a great opinion of the state, but I use the state. I use the outdoor. I swim in this creek. I'm going to go swim in this creek. It makes me happy. You know, there's a lot of awesome things about Mississippi, and we do have space and land. Like, look at this trail system. The rest of the country is well, it's starting to thaw out, but I mean, we're green. I can go swimming in this creek. It's going to be cold, but it's going to be refreshing, you know, and then I get out in the sun and it's nice. So, and then I might go saltwater fishing tonight. So when I get done mountain biking, I'm going to go hook up a little boat and go catch some trout, some redfish, and some flounder. So there's some really cool things you can do in Mississippi. I mean, I'm literally 15 minutes away from downtown Biloxi, and people don't even know about this trail system. It gets very, very little love. I'm out here. You know, it's a double-edged sword, because if your trails get too popular, it gets crowded. Like, I can come out here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in March, and I maybe see 2 or 3 other riders. Like, it is so cool. But then again, like, I want to be around like-minded people. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Bogue State Park, is so I could be around, you know, other mountain bikers and be social and camp out. And, you know, I want to do that here. So I do want to make this more popular. One, so it's cash positive for our state. It helps our state. You know, anytime you can get a facility like a mountain bike trail system that's not making any money, so it's costing the citizens money, and turn that around and make it cash positive, that helps the whole state. It helps people that don't even ride bikes, you know. Of course, I love riding mountain bikes, but I'm a road biker, a gravel biker. I ride the beach. And when we're out on the trails, like, most people don't even know these trails are back here. So we're not in traffic. We're not bugging anybody. And we could have a trail system here that helps the road bikers, that helps the gravel bikers. Like, we could make a really nice little trail system. We don't even have running water. We have a fire pit, 1 picnic table, and an outhouse. And that outhouse is so gross that sometimes, you know, we've got to clean it ourselves. We don't ask for much, but if we just had a pump well, or if we could relocate the trailhead to the creek, you wouldn't hear any complaining. And I know the one private landowner on this side of the highway that has a piece of land by the creek, and he would donate that land to the bicycle club to make a trailhead. He might even build a couple cabins so people can camp. So it's a win-win situation. Once again, it turns into a money thing. So if money's what makes these politicians happy, if money's what makes the non-bicyclists happy, let's give them some money. As mountain bikers, we don't mind paying a little bit of money to go mountain biking, especially when you have such an amazing trail system and potential like we have right here. Anyway, that's my rant. Bart, the bicycle rider. If anybody's been wondering where I'm at, I don't own the bike shop anymore, and it put me in a financial difficulty. And then you saw me, you know, going to Europe and riding around Europe, and I think I messed up the algorithm of the channel, because the bicycle rider YouTube started out years ago as bicycle and gear review, and now I've kind of turned it more into lifestyle stuff. And then over the years, I was so busy I didn't put thumbnails and descriptions, and I just threw things up. But I'm trying to have YouTube like generate some income for me, so I'm actually working on some other channels. I'm going to keep the bicycle rider YouTube. It's a passion project, and maybe as I get to showcase more lifestyle, that'll get popular again. Maybe the algorithm catch on. Hey, like and subscribe, tell your friends. Like, I'm working with trying to work with a channel, and I'm trying to use AI, and I'm not the best at it. And I'm finding AI doesn't know bicycling, so it's kind of funny, but I might be able to make some money with that channel, so I can, you know, keep my passion going. So it's called the Velo Vault. I'm just starting it, and I'm not very good at using this AI. I've got some great stories in my head, but trying to get it to make a long form video is tough. So I'm trying to make a few shorts. Anyway, I'm a learning curve. I'm going to keep the Bike Ride YouTube going, because this is me. And then with the other channel, there's a lot of people just doing like AI channels to try to make money and have no passion for it. So I'm trying to do a hybrid, a guy that has actually passion for the sport. I want to help people into the sport. I want to share the stories, the cycling history stories. As an amateur athlete, I know how much it takes to be an amateur athlete. So there's a lot of stories that get told by the media about the winners. Well, how about the guys that are mid-pack that, you know, dedicate their lives to it and never get their story told? So there's a lot of history. Like right now, we just did the Strade Bianche, and I was doing history on the Strade Bianche. We've got the Paris to Nice race happening right now. So there's so many interesting stories on that, and I'm trying to have the AI help me, and it's AI does not know cycling. More to come on that. Anyway, this is Bart, the bicycle rider, out here enjoying an awesome ride on my cross-country bike. I'm bringing a cross-country bike and a trail bike to Bentonville. So, like I said, anybody who wants to, get some riding in and show me around the area. I want to do some interviews of some of the local cycling clubs. I'm going to interview the mayor of Bentonville. And probably, well, my mission is to try to help boost awareness that mountain biking brings money to the community. And then you guys know my true love. Mountain biking makes me happy. Mountain bike makes people happy. Mountain biking makes the world a better place. Mountain biking gets people into road biking and gravel biking. So it just helps cycling in general. And you guys know I love cycling. So, Bart, the bicycle rider YouTube, shooting something raw like I usually do off my cell phone. And going to keep rolling with life and seeing if I can have YouTube help me generate some money so I can continue my cycling lifestyle and cycling journey and share it with people and help people's lives get better. I've been watching some videos about over 55 athletes, or over 55 people trying to keep healthy. I'm over 50, I'm 56 now. But mountain biking helps the brain. I've always said that, but now it's getting quantified that it does stuff to your synaptic gaps and scientifically helps your brain and your body. So when I say mountain biking or bicycling makes the world a better place, I truly believe that. God, I'm half naked here. I'm going to get naked to get in the creek anyway. Anyway, Bart, a little too much information for you guys. But that's it, raw and real. And at 7 years, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. So raw and real sometimes doesn't make great content that is successful. So that's why I'm trying some other channels to see if that'll help me get successful. But I'm not giving up my passion for the bicycle rider YouTube and just sharing raw video. There's a lot of stuff right now on the bicycle industry. Believe me, I know the bicycle. Look at some of my stuff. It was real in the bicycle shop, trying to keep that thing alive, as a passion, and it just financially destroyed me. And I'll take some of the blame for that, but some of the blame is also the bicycle industry that, lowered prices to where I couldn't make any money. And now I still don't have any money, but I lost all my money in the bike shop, but I'm living life, so trying to find a way to not go back to having a real job. I mean, I've been a hard worker for my whole life and decided to chase my dream of owning a bicycle shop, and that kind of all caved in after COVID. But I haven't given up on my passion for cycling and my passion to share this. So maybe YouTube or coaching or guiding or somehow will help me before I end up hitting dire straits and have to take a real job again. But I've worked so hard at changing my life and trying to, not chase the dollar so much and live life. And it's taken me to a place where my pockets are just about empty now. But I'm not giving up the fight. I kind of joke that if I have to live down by the river in a van, I'll do that and be happy. But as that reality creeps in, it's scary. I mean, I just had to do some work to my van. I'm like, well, if you live down by the river in a van, where are you going to put all your stuff? What if your van breaks down? Like, it's getting scary. So that's what's happening in my life right now, guys. I'm going to run out of space on my cell phone here, so I'm going to go ride my bike. Thank you guys for supporting me. I look forward to doing more videos with you. A lot more videos with you. Bart the Bicycle Rider, over and out for now. Well, hey guys. Well, all right, guys. This is a quick example of the deforestation out here in the DeSoto National Forest. And I'm not saying this because I'm complaining, but people ask, well, what do they do? Pull a little tree out here and there? But no, this trail looks completely different right now, because what they do is I don't exactly know what they do, but I know they bring trucks in here. I've seen it, and then they load the logs, and I think they sell them for timber, for wood and paper, which, I use wood and paper. So not complaining. They do make money off of this, but it is kind of funny when they say we can't build trail, and this is what they do to the trail system. So if it's all about dollars, heck, we could do this and still make better trail systems and make money both ways. Might as well double dip. Let us build an awesome trail system out here that people will come to and pay money to come to. You can still take trees. I think some of this is actually, they say it's for environmental reasons, because the woodpeckers' natural environment, there's too many trees, and the woodpeckers, I'm all into woodpeckers, so whatever they say, if it's for the woodpecker, well then okay. Hey, if it's for money, it's okay. But don't tell us that we're gonna hurt the trail system by making a single track mountain bike trail through here when they do this. And when I say this, it's the DeSoto National Forest. So I'm on their side, but just want to show you guys, when I say they make our trails look ugly, hey, I'd rather have an ugly trail than no trail. And like I said, if this is the way they're making money, this is one way to make money. I could show them another way to make money that's, well, yeah, I'm sure. I don't know how much money they make, but I know what trail systems can make, a good trail system, you know. I bet we can make more money having a good trail system than we can have in wood, in these little plots of wood. Because it takes a lot to get trucks and machines and people out here to get this much wood. I mean, how much money can they make off of this? I don't know. So I try to think of the bigger picture and think about the woodpeckers. I'm all into preserving the woodpecker's habitat. I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it, but I'm also not an environmental scientist. I'm a mountain biker that rides these trails on a regular basis, and I know this is what I see quite often out here is this. But then if we bring a pick and shovel and try to make a trail, oh gosh, we're destroying the national forest. It's all about money. I know it is. It's all about money. And I know that as I'm broke because I said yes to too many unprofitable jobs in my bike shop. Well, I'm a people person. I'm a bike person. I'm a nature person, but I also understand money. And if money is what it takes to keep the trail systems going, well, as mountain bikers, let's give them some money. But what they have to do is give us something in return, and that's an awesome trail system with some amenities. And I guarantee you, we'll make it a positive cash flow for the national forest if they just listen to us. But they keep doing the same thing over and over again and then saying they don't have enough money. Well, let's try something new. Let's build an awesome trail system here at the DeSoto National Forest here outside of Biloxi, Mississippi. Let's experiment. If they could do this, we could build trails, put a few amenities in there, and see what's the big experiment. We can't hurt anything. What are we gonna hurt? The dirt? With their diesel fuel and stuff, they put more pollution than any bike's gonna put onto it. Anyway, let's be good stewards of mountain biking and see if we can work together to get the DeSoto National Forest to let us prove that this could be a cash positive forest, to set a good example for the rest of Mississippi, to let us build more awesome trails here. Our neighbors are doing it in Louisiana, in Alabama, and in Arkansas, and they're succeeding, they're winning. I want Mississippi to win, but I'm happy to give my money to those other states because I'm getting ready to go visit all those states and see some of their trail systems. So, but I want this right here in my backyard too. So I'm a little bit selfish when I'm trying to get this done, is because I love where I live. I want better mountain biking. And if this is what they say is good for the environment, then I'm going to believe them. But they've got to believe me that us putting a trail system in with shovels and picks is not going to destroy. It's just going to help. Bart with Bicycle Ride YouTube. I love mountain biking. I want to see it grow right here in Mississippi. And if we have to give them dollars to do it, shoot, let's give them dollars. Let's give them dollars. Let's give them a reason for us to want us mountain bikes here. Let's show them. And then I could get to show you guys why I love Biloxi and the Mississippi Gulf so much. Mountain biking, saltwater fishing, awesome food, great people. I'm going to go do all that right now. Saturday night, and I'm going to hang out with awesome people, go saltwater fishing, eat great food after a mountain bike ride. I just want my mountain bike ride to be better than it was today. Bart from Bicycle Ride YouTube. Over and out.